We like to think of ourselves as unique, the last surviving branch of an ancient family tree. But what if I told you that, not too long ago, we weren't alone? There were others, other human species that walked this earth, hunted, built tools, even painted on cave walls. Yet, for reasons still unknown, they vanished. Everyone knows about Neanderthals, but what about the species we rarely talk about? The ones that lived in the shadows of history, whose bones were only recently uncovered? Today, we're diving into 3 ancient human species you've probably never heard of. Deep in the jungles of Indonesia, on the remote island of Flores, scientists made a shocking discovery in 2003, a skeleton, no taller than a 3-year-old child. But this wasn't a child, it was an adult. Nicknamed the Hobbit, this species, Homo floresiensis, stood just 3.5 feet tall. They had small brains, but their bones told a fascinating story. They made stone tools, hunted giant rats, and even coexisted with Komodo dragons. But here's the strange part. While modern humans were spreading across the world, Homo floresiensis was still alive. Some estimates suggest they were thriving as recently as 50,000 years ago. That means for thousands of years, we shared the planet with them. So what happened to them? Did we wipe them out? Did climate change doom them? Could small groups have survived? Hidden deep in the rainforest, some local legends speak of tiny, human-like creatures living in the wild, avoiding contact. Are these just myths, or could they be something more? Now, let's travel to Siberia, to a cold, dark cave in the Altai Mountains. In 2008, researchers found something unexpected, a tiny fragment of bone. It was so small, they almost ignored it. But when they tested the DNA, they realized they had found a new species of ancient humans, the Denisovans. What's strange about Denisovans is that we barely know what they looked like. Unlike Neanderthals, we don't have full skeletons, only a handful of teeth, a finger bone, and a skull fragment. But their DNA, it's everywhere. If you have ancestry from Asia or Oceania, you probably have Denisovan DNA inside you right now. In fact, modern Tibetans owe their ability to survive at high altitudes to a Denisovan gene. But how did this mysterious species vanish? Did they blend into us, or did something wipe them out? And why do we have their genes, but so few of their remains? Now, let's talk about a species that shouldn't have existed, but somehow did. In 2012, in a cave in China, researchers uncovered strange human bones. They didn't match any known species, not Neanderthals, not Homo sapiens, not even Denisovans. These were thicker, more primitive bones. The skulls were unlike anything seen before, large, with a mix of ancient and modern traits. At first, scientists thought they were just early humans, but when they tested the bones, they made a shocking discovery. These people lived just 14,000 years ago. That means they were walking the earth while our ancestors were already farming and building civilizations. Who were they? Did they interbreed with humans, like the Neanderthals and Denisovans? Or were they an entirely separate species that survived against all odds until one day they didn't? 3 species, 3 mysteries. Each one lived alongside us and then disappeared. Did we wipe them out? Did they fade into us through interbreeding? Or is there something else we're missing? One thing's for sure, the story of humanity isn't as simple as we once thought. What if there were even more lost human species waiting to be discovered? Let me know which of these fascinates you the most in the comments. And if you love exploring the forgotten chapters of human history, make sure to subscribe. There's so much more to uncover.